Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be planting up some containers here in the front. I'm super excited. I wanted to show you guys the containers before we get started planting. I've also kind of laid them out so you can kind of see the vibe that I was going for. But anyways, let me turn my camera around. I'll show you the containers and the plants, and then we'll get them all planted up. Okay guys, so these are the containers we're going to be planting up. So we have 3 on each side of our entry door. Now again, this is kind of in the same line as the other container that we planted a couple weeks ago with the hydrangea. I really love these. I mentioned before, I kind of just want to go with like a clean look. I kind of want everything to look alike. I'm really loving that whole vibe this year. I do like colorful containers, but I've just been drawn to concrete and these just simple containers this year. Now the great thing about these containers is that they are deep, but the soil, they come with these little inserts, so the actual soil level reaches to about like right here. So and then the rest is just empty. So these just come with the containers and they just fit right in. So I have those filled up with potting soil, organic potting soil, the same one that we use for the hydrangeas. But this is kind of the plant layout. Let's talk a little bit more about the plant selections that we have today. Okay guys, so I already set the container up kind of the way that I'm going to be planting them up. I just wanted to do this off camera because I know sometimes I can be really indecisive, so I just wanted to get this part done. But in the center we're going to be planting a Dracaena. I really love these. They have a really just like a stiff texture. They're not as fluffy as some of the other grasses, so that's kind of the structure and texture I was going for. And then right here we're going to be placing a couple of these bright white Calibrachoa. This has probably just been one of my favorite annuals this year. I just love the way they cascade over a container or a basket, so I'm super excited about that. We're going to be planting a couple of these Diamond Frost Euphorbia. I love these so much. I love just how wispy they look and how just delicate the flowers are. And then I also got these Dichondra Silver Falls, which I don't know if like these are just been super popular this year, but I went to 6 different nurseries to find it, but I finally got my hands on 4 of them. So I'm going to be planting 2 of these in each container. And I just really do love like the silver foliage. I'm sorry, I always mispronounce foliage. I always say foliage instead of foliage. English is my second language, so sometimes I mispronounce that word often. So anyways, and then finally I'm going to be planting 2 of these Pacoa. And they're actually let me see, they're a hybrid of a Petunia and a Calibrachoa. And this is the first time that I'm going to be growing these, so it'll be kind of an experiment. But I love kind of like that darker throat and that just like almost orangey yellow outside, so really beautiful. I love the veins on the sides of these. I'm super excited for these. So that's going to be our tallest container. Now let me show you kind of the medium one and then the shortest one, what we're going to be doing. Okay, so for the medium container, we're going to keep it super simple. I'm just going to do a Dusty Miller in the center, and I'm going to be doing the Supertunia Lemoncello, which again, just a beautiful yellow. I'm just really vibing with yellow this year, so I'm going to be doing 2 of these, and then we'll do 2 of the bright white Calibrachoa again. And I actually was going to do this miniature dahlia in the back, but these kind of I kind of think they're going to do better when they're on their own. So I think I'll just plant a single one of these in our shortest little container at the bottom. But yeah, so that's what this looks like. I really do love the texture, and I think I have one that's blooming right now. But these are they're called a Blanca Dahlia, and let's see, they only get 10 to 12 inches tall and wide. So these stay pretty small, which is super fun because, you know, most of our dahlias are so big. I'm excited to have this miniature one in our containers this year. So let me go ahead and set up my camera, and then we will get them all planted up. Okay, so let me just put these in my cart. And then we will put in our little scoop of slow release fertilizer. I finally got my scoop. Okay, so I'll probably just do like 2 for this container. Maybe 2.5. Okay, so with containers, I don't typically use the biotone starter fertilizer just because these are going to be getting fed so often that I don't think the biotone is necessary at all. So in case you guys are wondering, because I did preach how I never plant anything without the biotone. So just kidding. I do plant some things without the biotone, and that's our containers. Okay, so let's put our Dracaena right there in the center. Just lay these guys there. These are so root bound. Look at that. Isn't that insane? Wow. So I'm just gonna break that up just a little bit because it is pretty root bound. Just like that. And typically, if you have a container that's up against the wall, you can plant your centerpiece towards the back, so your thriller. But for this area, you can still see the container from all angles and kind of towards the back as well. So that's why I'm just going to do it in the center and not towards the back like some people like to do. So we have that. Let's see. We'll do our first Dichondra Silver Falls over here. Do you guys hear the rain? It's been raining like off and on the whole day. And I have to get this project done because there's so much more to do that we're just gonna hope that we can stay dry under here. Okay, next is this little guy. Lay it in just like that. Make sure it's completely covered with soil. Perfect. Next, we will do our little euphorbia. Okay. And then what did we have next? Oh yes, the Calibrachoa. Isn't this just like a monster of a plant? Look at that. That's insane. Okay. Next, we will do another Dichondra Silver Falls. Okay, and then do this guy next. Perfect. I think that looks perfect. Oh, you know what? Just kidding. This other euphorbia was supposed to go there. Darn. All right, let's move it. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry, little guy. I'll find you another home. I apologize for the lighting. It was just raining. Now it's sunny again. That's Portland, though. It just, you never know what you're going to get. guys, so I got them all watered in, and now for these containers I will just be watering them once a week overhead. I mentioned before that we're going to be changing this area up, so I didn't put them on drip today, which is fine. There's only 6 of them up here, so it'll be more than manageable just to overhead water them throughout the whole season. Now all of the plants that we planted today do require full sun, and this area gets a really heavy, strong block of sun in the afternoon, so I really hope that they just flourish and, you know, just cascade over the containers. Of course, we'll keep you guys posted on our Instagram and our Facebook page. I'd love to hear about what you guys are doing in your garden right now, and, you know, the plant combinations you're doing in your containers. It's always just so fun to hear what other gardeners are doing, especially around the world. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. This is with the umbrella. This is without. Do you hear that? It's raining again. Porch. I wanted to show you guys the containers, and I'll also